It felt like it was almost hailing.
Yeah, the wind was nuts here. Grace is setting up like an obstacle course at the gym, and inside of there, it sounded crazy because it's like a little tin roof and shit, you know?
What's the deal with Livermore? You're in like kind of a wind tunnel, right? You're kind of in a little valley there. I mean, it's covered with windmills anyway, right?
Yeah, it's coming just down off the Altamont Pass too, so it's like right into there, into the valley.
God, I'm so proud of last night's show.
Did awesome. It was great.
I'm so proud of last night's show. So proud.
Yeah. Taylor, man, what a stud.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, unreal. Thank him and Dallin are the fact that they did all that and ask for nothing in return is crazy.
Crazy.
I know. Dallin had to fly out there, you know, stay the night, go in someone else's gym as hard as he can.
Yeah.
He's the fittest man in America, so it's, you know, I mean, he acts cool, but he's putting it on the line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he should be proud of his score. Sub-6 is insane.
Oh, I think he definitely was. And I think he was stoked the fact that like he got that fast and he got to go next to Taylor, who has the fastest time now. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
That's perfect for him.
I wanted to show you something that I thought was kind of important to talk about. There's this kind of, it's kind of a running joke here, but let me see if I can hold
Jeff Adler. He looks a little thicker than.
Refresh this a second. So I'm going to play this for you guys. This is from Hiller's Instagram yesterday. It's Sporty Beth, and the first thing, or Bethany Johnson, whatever her name is, Bethany. She says, it's funny when we call her Sporty Beth, I feel like I'm making fun of her, even though that's her name, right? That's what she wants people to call her.
That's what she chose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I feel like I'm being
you're being mean to her.
Yeah, like it's facetious or something, or sarcastic. Okay, here we go. Listen to this.
I feel so sorry for this guy. It's never okay to comment on someone's body.
How about Jeff Adler? He looks a little thicker than we've seen him, right?
We saw him yesterday, and that was the first thing I noticed. And we talked to his coach and partner, Carolyn Lambre, and we asked him, like, is he bigger? And she said, yeah, he's a little chunky. So I wouldn't call that chunky. Yeah.
First of all, I want kudos for Hiller for letting this play out so that the Lone Ranger and Annie can redeem themselves. Because if he'd have cut it there, you know, he could have cut it there and misrepresented, but he didn't. He let it play out. So kudos to Hiller for that.
If that's chunky, I'm in trouble.
But I'll take like an example of like the person that we're talking.
Okay, before we go there, I just my stance on it. I'm okay with the double standard. This is going to be confusing for some of you. I'm totally okay with the double standard. I think that there's nuances between. Oh, we'll come back to it. Hold on. Look who's here. Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up? Is my audio okay?
Dude, so good. Even better, your face is good.
You were hurting last night in that press conference, let's call it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to look at a perfect bar for a year. I think that's what it was. I had one an hour before. Dude, there's so much fat in those. The only other time I've thrown up from a workout was like 7 years ago, and I did assault bike sprints after I had some like almonds and cottage cheese, and the fat just not a good idea.
Hey, dude, in hindsight, when you reflect on that, what are your what are your thoughts just on anything? The night, the build up, the actual workout, as you reflect on it, you had any reflections?
Coolest part for me was our members getting to watch Dallin, meet him. We have, I
saw the video of him playing with little kids. That was dope.
There are members here that have been here for 13, 14 years that watch Spencer through his years of the games and are just huge fans. So, to be able to just have that really is huge, to be able to, put on a good performance for you.
I'm so proud.
Man. Just really appreciate the opportunity. I think that truly was best case scenario for me. Sorry, Talon.
It was cool. How long before the workout was like gone? Like before you were like, oh, like after you were done, you're like, I'm Taylor Self who just did a workout and it's fucked up. How long before you were just Taylor Self again?
Like an hour later, we were at dinner and I was fine. I had tacos.
So you ate?
Yeah. I had three tacos at Condado Taco. awesome place in Charlotte. I actually sent JR the address in Google Maps, and we get there. There's 2 in Charlotte, and I get there. I'm waiting for 5 minutes. I call him like, "Where the fuck are you?" And he's like, "You know what? I didn't have the Google Maps app, so I just searched it in iPhone Maps, and I think we went to the wrong one." So I had to drive across town, but we had tacos. It was good. Hung out. It was cool. I am signed up for the Open, Christine Young, just so you know. For sure.
Why? What does she say? Oh, is Taylor not signing up for the Open? No. Have you put your score in yet? Have you put your score in?
No, I haven't. I'll probably wait, even though that video is public. For everyone who goes, I hate when people gatekeep their scores. Like, this is the thing. And what Dallin said last night is true. When you know something's possible, it makes it easier for you to do it. Like, look at the sub 4-minute mile. It was impossible. One guy does it. Years later, 10 guys do it. Now, if you want a world record if you want to be good at running a mile, a sub 4, you have to be. So just knowing something's possible makes it easier for you. So all these little fuckers are probably going to go redo, watch that video, whatever. But no, I'm not going to post it probably until Monday, because it is a bucket list item for me to win an open workout.
Oh, that's cool.
That would be cool. Are they giving money away? I could use some.
It used to give like
$2,024. I think it's whatever the year is.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's
I think that's a Greg Glassman throwback. I think Greg came up with that.
That's 5 months of a car payment for my new car.
5 months?
Yeah. Wait, what is that? $400?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Is that?
That's a cheap car payment. That's good.
Math.
I like that.
Good math.
Yeah. Checks out.
Hey, Sousa, will your typical gym goer be sore after they do the open workout?
Oh yeah, their back's gonna be lit.
Dude, I was a little
up.
sore. I didn't think I would be sore at all. My back's a little sore.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they're not putting in the intensity that Taylor just did, but in their own respective intensity, they definitely are. So I think 90 snatches they'll be feeling it a little bit today and tomorrow.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, I didn't even finish the workout. I don't feel anything. I just feel like shit.
Dude, you gotta come down and do it in a gym. The difference between you doing it with your camera set up at home and if you come down here to the gym and you do it with everybody when the music's cranking and everybody's all nervous and I'm there with the camera, you're gonna go 10 times harder than you would at the house.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Did you get that, Taylor?
Yeah, you definitely. I watched the show back actually, but because I wanted to comment on something JR said. I do a really good job of putting myself in a place that I don't think a lot of people can go when I'm alone. So when it's like cameras on you and everybody's around, you have somebody to race against, it just makes it super easy to do that. And like, I'm normal. I quit workouts. Like there are workouts I start literally. There are workouts where I'm like, I'm not going to go that hard, which is a form of quitting. And then there are workouts where I full on just stop. I'm like, I'm not doing this today. So when the camera's on you, it makes it pretty impossible to do that for me. I'm like, there's no fucking way. I'd rather die than be seen by anyone else do that. If it's just me, you have nobody to disappoint. But if somebody else is there, if I'm training with a partner, I'm not fucking stopping. Well, yeah, for the most part. But JR said on the show last night, he was like, I'm unique in that I can have probably pretty high level of disregard for what it's going to feel like. I was pretty proud of that. I knew it was going to hurt, and I got halfway through and it was really hurting. And I was like, you're not fucking stopping, bitch.
Yeah. I basically had zero intensity. I am not sore. I did not listen to music. And last night before I went to bed, I did 10 cows on the assault bike, 10 fucking, I don't know what you call them.
Tricep French press.
Yeah, and 6 pull-ups for 10 rounds as I caught up on UFC videos. So I worked out.
Sick shirt, by the way.
Yeah, they did a good job, huh?
Dude, I hope the backdrop looked okay. And I'm gonna
it looked great.
I'm gonna be in trouble because I was cutting the zip ties down this morning and I cut one of the banners, but they sent a lot of them. That was like half of what we used, but my bad.
I think they're really stoked. You know what's interesting? I was looking and so that video already has 14,000 views, and so I went over to 24.1 to see what CrossFit Games has, and they have 1 million views. But I'm not even. I know that people go there to hear the announcement of the workout. That's why they're going over there. They want to hear what 24.1 is. But also, then I start reading the comments, and the quality of comments are just so different. The group that's watching this show, it's such an intimate show. and the comments are like so well thought out and complimentary. And those ones over there are just like asshole comments.
The two comments that stuck out to me the most. One, last night I noticed it when I was on the stream. Someone was like, "Damn, I want to try Sentinel training now." So that like,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. And then,
well, you represented Sentinel training like a mofo, right?
Yeah, you did.
And then the other one was this lady goes right after that first commercial. She goes, "I just ordered a pair of Born Primitive Savage ones." I was like, "Dude,
awesome!
Fuck yeah!" That commercial was the tactical one, nuts. That was so cool. It reminded me of the movie Act of Valor, and that's like one of my favorite movies ever. Just such a badass commercial. And someone put in the comments here, Savage ones versus the rad ones. And I've completely truthfully, I've not worn my rad trainers since I've gotten these to work out in, except for rope climbs, because I only have one pair of these and I don't want to fuck them up. And they're already kind of dirty. So you see how dirty they are? I've had them for 2 weeks. That's how much I've worn them. They're fucking amazing. And also, rad can suck a cock. Because 2 years ago, when they dropped, I liked at Wadapalooza, I sent them a message. I was like, "Hey, I'd love to try your shoes out, whatever. I just maybe won the swim workout or something." So it wasn't like I was a total nobody, but I was kind of a nobody, and maybe a douchebag thing for me to do to ask for a pair of shoes. But I was like, "Is there anything I could do in exchange for you guys sending me a pair of shoes?" They just read it and didn't respond. So you know what, Rad? Fuck you. And I hope they get 0 views with Talking Elite Fitness. Your guys' head-to-head matchups are gonna.
When do those show? When I thought they were going to post their shit last night. I was so kind of excited to go head to head.
No idea. It was kind of. This is funny. Asymmetric ears. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you know who I am, motherfucker. You know who I'm gonna be.
After they left me on Red, I was like, I don't blame them. But no, I love the Born.
Do you like a wide toe box? Is that your deal?
Dude, they're amazing. They are so comfortable. The only thing I was a little worried about is the shoelaces. I double knotted them a ton because on my other shoes I taped the laces. Because if they come undone in a workout, that's like all your fault, and anything could cause that. So, but I didn't tape the laces. I double knotted them. So comfortable.
How about the stepping back thing, Taylor?
In the burpee?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Someone in the comments says, "Hey, they didn't have their back to the barbell," and and Will kind of unfucked them. Will's like, "Yeah, they just didn't turn around. They took a step back." Whose idea was that?
That was I asked someone if we could do that. Bryson, when I was warming up. So if I was standing behind the dumbbell right now, and this metal piece is my dumbbell. Bryson was like, "Don't even turn around, just reach through your legs and grab the dumbbell." So I fucked around with that. And then I was like, "Oh, can I just step back?" And he was like, "I think so." And I told Dallin, I was like, "Hey, we're stepping back. We're not turning around." Because I don't think it said anywhere in the standards that we had to turn around. It just says start with your back facing the dumbbell. At 3, 2, 1, go, begin your dumbbell snatches. So we step back, and all the little ding dongs doing a little loop-de-doop jump can. Sorry, you're not as smart as me. If you followed my training program, you'd know.
Yeah, that's a G move.
Those insights. Hey, do you know what happened to the people during the open announcement? What was their score valid?
Open announcement. Oh, because they didn't start with their back.
I heard they got 3 seconds put on, but I don't know.
Yeah, invalidate their score so they can go redo. Jeff still won't beat that. No chance.
Hey, isn't that interesting? There's all these videos out. Everyone's put out a video tips for 24.1, but I think that's the best tip I've heard right there.
I would disagree. I think if you
step back over the dumbbell.
This is my biggest tip. If you are going to have trouble completing the workout in under 10 minutes, you think you're going to be over 10 minutes or struggle to even finish it, break the dumbbell snatches from the start. And I would go 8, 7, 6 on the first set of 21s, 8, 7, 6 on the second set of 21s, then 9, 6, 9, 6, and then whatever you have on the last. I think breaking the dumbbell snatch up and taking 2 deliberate breaths between each set. So you do a set of 8, set it down, 1, 2, pick it back up, go is the way to go. And that would probably give you the best outcome. And step back burpees.
I broke all mine up. But I kind of almost went to failure. I got to 14 on the first set and I was like, uh-oh.
Bryson's here. He's gonna
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Hey, what did he say? What did he think about your performance?
Can we let's see.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool.
What you guys plug it
Bryson,
in
what did you think of that, dude? Were you surprised he got that time? Were you surprised Bryson, he got that time? Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I was telling everybody. I was in the chat like the whole time he was warming up. I was like, "Hey guys, Taylor's about to lay his dick on the table and show you guys." I was telling Jason before. I told Jason before they were both going to go sub 6, and he was like, "Dude, you don't even know how hard that is." And I was like, "I know, but they do."
Yeah.
Jason before the workout was like, "Oh, I did it earlier, but I'm not going to tell you my time because I'm not going to give you any help." And I was thinking to myself, I was like, he really thinks that him telling me his slow ass time is going to affect what I'm about to do at all.
Yeah, it would have built your confidence that you could beat him. He didn't want you to
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Or would have slowed me down.
I know that it's a lot to ask a gym owner to bring in all those cameras, to stay open, to let people an extra 60 people come in or 80 people come in and use your shitter, make a mess, all that. How did Andy's and he's been around the block, he's seen it all. He's probably not too excited by this kind of shit. How did Andy take it? I should buy him something to thank him.
He really loves it. There's everybody, the community loves it. Like one thing that I think we do better than most affiliates is our group of competitive people, and like me our group of competitive people and like everyone who takes class are all really close. And it's not like these two cliques. They really support the competitive group and are like attached to it. Andy's a hard ass, so they don't disrespect anything. It's all class comes first. So they know that. And it's just a really good group. So when something like this happens, the whole community like galvanizes, they get behind it. They all show up. Everybody's drinking beer, hanging out. He loves it. And, he took Spencer through 8 games,
right?
Individual appearances, like from
through that gym. That's the gym that Spencer took. Wow.
Through that gym to start, I think initially, honestly, I think Spencer was doing handstand pushups in the bathroom of App State because they wouldn't let him do it in the rec center. So that's what he's coming from. So he just,
because it's dangerous. It's dangerous to do handstand pushups.
I don't know. Don't mess the walls up probably, but he just loves the sport. So he loves everything about the methodology of the sport. That's the coolest part about working for him is see both sides of it.
Bryson,
and the fastest ever.
Bryson, how was Taylor to the build-up? As the days got closer, did you see any change in him? Could you feel him getting a little anxious?
He was definitely anxious, just a lot of pacing and asking, changing his mind. I think we decided on step up burpees or jump up burpees 7 different times. And we'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to step up. And then 30 minutes later, he'd be like, dude, I just don't know. I don't know. And then be like, all right, let's jump up. He's like, all right, I'm going to jump up. That's it. I'm done with it. And then he'd walk away. And then 30 minutes later, let's come back for another conversation.
I was tripping on how anal he got. So we would be talking to him and organizing it. We're like, okay, we're going to bring an extra cameraman. He's like, I'm not going to be responsible for that extra person. Or I'd be like,
he knows about that fight, dude.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's going to be 8. I would text Will on the side. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, let's not fuck with him. He's tripping.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
And then also one more thing, the start time. He's like, it's going to be at 5:15. We're like, yeah. He's like, on the dot. We're like, And he's like, no, 5:15. We're like,
on the dot, motherfucker.
He started getting really precise and controlling, and I was like, oh, he's feeling it. It's going down.
Before they went, Taylor, when me and Will were trying to figure out what was wrong with the audio last night.
Yeah.
Taylor came up to me and he was like, hey, let me know when we're 2 minutes from going. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, damn, I really didn't want that responsibility because it's gonna be right. It's going to be 90 seconds from going. And then I'm going to have to go tell him. And then he's going to be like, fuck, dude, I thought it was going to be 2 minutes.
I had to get my lactate buffering correct. The thing about it is.
Hey, you know why? Because Taylor gives his wife a 2-minute window before he lets go. He's like, listen, dude, you got 2 minutes. You better start working up.
20 at least. Anyways, the reason why is a lot of camps, there's someone to take care of all that stuff. Yeah. And at our gym, it's 100% personal accountability. It's always my job to set up my camera, set up my tape lines, set up where I'm going, set up the clock, tell everyone when it's starting. So I feel like when I'm taken away from that and there's all this other stuff going on and there's still not anybody leading that, and not that somebody wouldn't, but I don't want to put that pressure on them any more than what I asked him to do. And if they fuck it up, then I'm so pissed at them. So I would just rather, I'd rather just do it myself and not be mad at anybody. So that's why I get stressed out, is I feel like I've you know, I don't know. It's probably a defect, I would say.
It's probably. I was also thinking this. Was it a lot of stress on you too because it is your home gym and you're a coach there, so you're like, fuck. There's other things you're thinking about. Are those clients happy? Did
Yes.
we make sure we clean the bathroom before we leave tonight? Who's going to do that? Like, were you ever able to let go and just be like, I'm here to compete, or no? Not
Yeah,
until you
yeah.
leave?
I'm able
you
to.
were?
I'm able to at some point, but like what was tough yesterday, like our heat started at 4 p.m. and like I've got 4 hours to go. So I'm trying to just lay down at the gym and not like have this anxious energy just sat me. And like meanwhile, people are doing the open. I'm like, damn, I should be judging people. I should be cheering them on. A little bit of that. Also the responsibility of feeling like, you know, it is Andy's gym, but you know, I'm a big part of it. And I always try to be a really big part of new people who come in. And like I want the first impression to be amazing. So that's like the responsibility I feel more than anything is I want everybody watching, like, to see the gym and be like, wow, that's an awesome place. Anybody who came in, and there were like a good handful of people who I'd never seen before there that were not members of the gym, which was cool. But I want them to have a good first impression. And so I feel stuff like that.
Jeez Louise. Lance Needing. I beat Sevon age 53. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How about John Young, 41 seconds off of my time, his prediction? Think he's going to hang up the hat on his expert analysis game?
No.
He did. He retired. You didn't see his post on his Instagram.
Hey,
of embarrassment.
How about Don Fall getting a 10:03?
Dude, that's I made fun of John a bit for that. I think I don't blame him. It's hard to know what I'm capable of because I'm a nobody, you know.
No.
Sporty Beth beat Sevon. My God.
No, she didn't. Sporty Beth's getting capped.
Oh. All right. So next week we Jason Hopper, Bryson. Are you as like his right hand? Are you Taylor's right hand man, right hand brain?
I don't know which hand you used to jerk off.
Oh,
for the next 2 weeks. Bryson, what do you think? Will he go just as hard? Do you think Taylor scarred at all from that?
No, I would say the most impressive thing about Taylor, I've said this before, since like being here and training every day with him, obviously like his fitness level is impressive, but the thing that is crazy is every piece is like 100% capacity. Like there's a difference between 100% effort. Like on a bad day, you're still putting in 100% effort. That just might be like a lower level. Maybe it's less weight, lower score, slower time, whatever. But it's like, it doesn't matter if he's having a bad day. Like he'll find a way to get 100% capacity out of it and then maybe pay the price after, like last night when he was throwing up for 20 minutes.
Right.
But it's like, that's what, and it's annoying too, because I'll come in feeling like shit. And then like, I know I hit like 70% and it feels like a 1 rep max. And I'm like, oh, come on, bro. And then he's just over there like hitting PRs after he was just telling me about how he slept 3 hours.
Right. Like so he makes it happen. Is he going to put it to Hopper next Friday?
100%.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun one. The shit talk is going to be epic.
All right. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming on. Taylor, thanks. You absolutely showed up. Thanks. Sentinel training obviously is working. Bryson, thank you. You guys absolutely showed up.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
Easy.
Taylor Self, Sentinel Training, Bryson Del Monte, training partner. Crazy. That was nice of them to come on.
Yeah, that was. Man, he was hurting. How come these ones aren't working? Oh, there it goes. It did. He was hurting last night. I was rewatching it on the big screen. I had it playing and stuff at the gym, and I was like peeking in on it. But I was watching it last night on TV when I got home. That was crazy. You just sit there in such pain, and you're asking him great questions. But I was like, this dude can't answer any of these questions right now.
Torched.
He was just like
torched.
And we all know that feeling.
Everyone, Barry McCogner, Sevon, what's up with this cough? Everyone in my town was sick last month, and I thought I had dodged it. Like all my kids, everyone I know, everyone was hurting. Almost like it was like a combination between not like flu sick, but like a combination between a cold and like allergies. Everyone's eyes were fucked up. And then last week, just hit me. Like it didn't go to my lungs at all, but my nose is just not working. It's just closed nose. The nose is closed.
It's all that cloud seeding they're doing over there.
Maybe. Holy, I can't believe how much it's raining. Okay.
Mm.
I'm going to play this video again, but I want to say something, and maybe we'll see what Susan thinks. I'm perfectly okay with double standard. There's nuances to how you talk about women and how you talk about men. I'm perfectly okay with double standard. There's ways that I talk to, maybe parents treat their sons and daughters different. There's ways I talk to my male friends different than I talk to my girlfriends. I told you guys about how I was on this text thread. Travis Bajan sent me a text about something about his son. I can't remember what. And I said, yeah, he's killing it, dude. Just make sure he don't drop a load in anyone and get him pregnant or something like that about Tyson. and then I saw Katie Henniger was on the thread.
Oh no.
I'd have never said that with a girl on the thread.
Message unsent.
Yeah, oh shit, I should have done that. That would have been great.
And then, or just edited it and like changed it. Make sure he doesn't get some nice young lady too involved with some nice young lady.
Yeah, and it's like it's just different. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But also along those lines, there's nuances of like, hey, if you're a professional athlete, I mean, if we saw a fat Formula One driver, we would talk about it. But also, there's no athlete. There's no at that level. Every athlete needs to know, and whether they do or not. I know they're just people. No one's calling any of them fat. They're just different. They're different sizes. They have their thicker season and their unthicker season.
It's the race car.
Right. It is the race car. You're right. So let me play this for you here real quick, and it's not a big deal, but it's just fun. It's not a big deal at all, but I enjoy it because it's fun, and it's weird that some people fall off the edge on this. It's not even like walking a fine line. It's a broad landscape, and no one should be getting their feelings hurt. Okay, here we go.
I feel so sorry for this guy. It's never okay to comment on someone's body.
Not true at all. Always okay to comment on someone's body.
Never okay to comment on someone's body.
It's always okay. That's just, why would you have a rule like that in your life? But there's nuances. You're going to keep there's nuances, and there's double standards, and I'm okay with that. But it's perfectly okay to look at Fikowski's body right here and type in the chat whatever you want to say about it. My God, he looks, perfectly fine. There's nothing even a tiny bit wrong with it. Holy crap, her tits are huge. You whisper to your friend as a girl walks by. It's.
I would never do that because personally, it's never okay to comment on a woman's body.
It's perfectly, okay. Oh my God, I can't believe how broad his shoulders are.
My God, I just don't look at anything or.
It's crazy that Adrian Bosman weighs 165. Because he looks like he weighs 180. It's crazy.
Yeah, my dad thought he was a CrossFit Games athlete.
Yeah, he's so fucking wide this way, but narrow this way. He looks like a fighter. Okay, here we go.
About Jeff Adler, he looks a little thicker than we've seen him, right?
We saw him yesterday, and that was the first thing I noticed. And we talked to his coach and partner, Carolyn Lambre, and we asked him, is he bigger? And she said, yeah, he's a little chunky. So I wouldn't call that chunky. That guy is
if that's chunky, I'm in
genetic
trouble,
beast
right?
lobster.
But I'll take like an example.
So that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's just funny to point it out because that's coming from the woke crowd, and they're supposed to. They have all these rules. But do you have any issues with what they said?
None whatsoever.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. And as a viewer, I actually appreciate it. Okay, so I'm starting to think, okay, he's coming into the open. Maybe he is 5 pounds heavier because he's been working on strength, and then he's going to lose that last 5 and get to almost emaciated status before the games, right?
Yeah, and I mean, there's still just incredible specimens of humans. It doesn't like if they get a little thicker, if they get a little, like you said, it's just.
Yeah, and Dan Guerrero, I wasn't one of these guys, but yes, most guys like to be called big. Yes, I agree. I think most guys I know do have like that. They want to be seen as big. Yeah. Okay, and so here we go. So and then this is the great Danny Spiegel. Here we go.
Of like the person that we're talking about in his recent podcast decided that it was appropriate to.
First of all, completely inappropriate not to say who you're talking about. Like just say
cowardice shit. I fucking hate that. It drives
It's
me nuts.
wor-
I haven't really
it's-
commented on it before, but fuck, I hate that shit.
It's
when they do
worse
that.
than coward. It's just like weird.
It's a holier than thou. It's
shit.
like, we're too good to even say the name. No, you guys look like freaking idiots, and now you've fallen so far behind. We're casting such a huge shadow on you that you're almost irrelevant. So if
Yeah,
I were you, I would spice it up and I would start saying shit by name so people click
Yeah.
and watch.
Yeah. By the way, Danny, you should come on the show. We could be good friends. I know it. Okay, here we go.
During my competition at Rogue, the one thing he wanted to talk about.
The one thing I wanted to talk about. So that's already a lie. Because I gave her 99 compliments.
Was that my clothes weren't fitting properly.
Her clothes, that's perfectly okay. I don't think her clothes were fitting properly. I don't think Hiller's shorts fit properly. Andrew's shorts don't fit properly. Andrew and Danny have the same problem. They go to the store and they buy everything one size too small.
And we've commented on Andrew's shorts several times.
Yeah. So, but what bugs me is that if there's anything that bugs me about this, it's that she's saying the one thing. It's like, dude, I think you're fucking absolutely amazing. I can't believe your body's even a real human body with a vagina and boobs. You know, it's like it's crazy.
And to me, it doesn't bug me.
Okay,
it's
good.
like, okay, well, that was rude, but
it was not rude. How about just thank you? Oh shit. Or how about just like, no, it doesn't. It fits fine.
Whatever.
That dude, Bryson Del Monte, he's the guy who wears shirts too big.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's wearing his dad's shirt.
I look fabulous. You're looking homeless.
You did look fabulous.
Oh.
And I did look homeless. Now, this is the part that I thought was pretty funny. Here's the thing. I'm going for that homeless look. I want people to think like I'm a wise man. I'm going for that like barefoot, disheveled, don't care.
Sevan Guru.
Yeah, thank you. That I'm enlightened. Yes, I want you to think that I'm enlightened. Oh my God, he's so wise. Look at how shitty he looks. But here's the thing. Does she know? And I'm open to being wrong, but does she know that her look is the cover of a 1980s porn box? Remember when you had to go in the back of the room at the video place to see porn? I never went back there. I was scared. I was scared. What if someone saw me go back there? But her Instagram account, you could pick any picture and put it on like some sort of 1980s Skinamax soft porn box. Does she know that's what she's going for? I'm not, and I don't have a problem with that. But I do know that I'm going for the homeless look.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the distinction. I'm not defensive when someone says that I look homeless. I'm like, okay. Like I need to turn it up maybe just a little bit to more wisdom and less homeless. And grow my beard a little longer.
But whatever. It's the fact that other women, young women, might listen to this and be like, oh my God, he thinks that she doesn't have clothes that fit her properly, that she is fat.
Now that's the leap. She's saying because I say that her shirt doesn't fit her, that someone can construe that as I'm calling her fat. I mean, when I heard that, I guess I forgot that from the first time I heard it. That's what a leap.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say anything then because anyone could read into anything I say.
Yeah, it could potentially be harmful to this unknown group of people.
That's an amazing leap. Yeah, so it's interesting. Philip Kelly says she's so toxic. Yeah, you don't want people planting those seeds in your head. Let's say that was my way of passive aggressive calling her fat, which it absolutely was not. I've never even for a second thought Danny Spiegel was anything except perfect. Her physique.
Overweight. Therefore, because I don't look like that, I must be absolutely overweight. And this is how this whole culture.
Dude, anyone who looks at you doesn't think that they're overweight. Anyone who looks at you thinks they're underweight. I don't know how you made some fucking crazy leap.
Of women with eating disorders and body dysmorphia and body hatred. Like,
hey, that's just part of growing up. Everyone's tripping on their bodies when they're growing up. That's just part of growing up. Different degrees, of course, but like.
This is how it gets propelled. And this guy is in a space of fitness where a lot of women are just trying to enhance themselves. And like, I'm sure so many people listened to that and they were like, dang.
I feel so
No one was listening to that. They're listening to you and going, dang.
Well, what happens if we go over to Danny Spiegel's Instagram? What is she portraying that young women do? Oh, I see. She wants to overshare their bodies, to get down into very small underwear, sports bra and thongs, and show it in a very seductive way. And then for Halloween, I want to put a pumpkin on my head and have a leash around another grown man's neck. So if we were to take, what the fuck do you want to have happen? Because in my opinion, it just sounds like she is really confused and surrounded by a bunch of yes people.
And I'm not, and by the way,
says.
I don't have a the wearing the shirt too small is a joke. You know, it's like supposed to be funny because there's some truth to it, but I don't have any problem with the way she portrays herself. I don't care. Like if she's happy, I'm happy. I don't care that she's going for the 1980s porn box look. Like I'm not.
Yeah, but don't try to act like you're the defender of young women and bodies and you're going to protect everybody from these potential harmful thoughts that they might have, because that's not what you're doing either. So she's saying that when it suits her to say it, when she feels offended and wants to be angry and take that out on somebody. But then on the flip side of that, her actions don't show that at all.
Yes.
She's part of the nothing to see here group. I want you to see reality the way that I see it. And if you don't, you must be an evil person. You must be mansplaining, because I want it to be this way.
I think she has used that word before.
Yeah, I know the bill. I know the type. We could bring up a handful of topics and I could tell you Danny Spiegel's position on every single one of them.
Right.
Having never talked to her.
It's cliche as shit.
Yeah. It's low level intellect, not to her fault, but just it's low level intellect. And there's no
with crazy leaps, with
there.
crazy disconnected leaps.
Well, you have to make the leaps like that, because otherwise, like, the puzzle pieces aren't going to fit.
I can't find the photo, but someone sent me a photo of I guess they're Nobles having issues at the NFL. I guess all their shirts, the lettering's peeling off.
That doesn't sound like them at all. That's so weird. I figured when they were to advance the relationship to a larger crowd, somehow all the problems would be fixed.
Go faster and harder, right? If you have bad movement.
And earlier you were saying like a double standard. I don't know if that's the right choice. I don't view men and women as equal.
Okay.
Because when I am walking with my wife, or when we were walking at the ranch with your mom, we're protective of them. When we were going down that hill, both of us were like, hey, watch your footing here. And then she ended up just leaning up against a leaf, and he just kind of like slowed it so she could that's not equal. Like, no offense, but I'm not doing that.
Our ages aren't equal either. If you're 80 or 50 or 20 or 15,
you're not going to be treated equal.
Right. When my kids are running down the stairs, I pull to the side. I don't want to get knocked over.
That's right. Or if I see a woman and a child walking out of the grocery store, and I just saw two idiots steal a bunch of shit, I'm going to stand there for a minute. I'm going to watch the mom and kid get into their car.
Right.
To make sure these knuckleheads don't go over there and mess with them. Because if they do, I'll go over there and help out. But if it's you, I'm not even giving it a second look. I'm like, oh, those dudes stole some shit. I hope that guy's paying attention. Otherwise, he's going to be next. And I'm in the store.
And if I have a guest on the show, if I saw Taylor on the show, like yesterday, I'm like, damn, Taylor's looking thick. I'm probably not going to word it like that for a girl.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. And if someone says you have a double standard, I would be like, you're right. I do. I'm also okay with that.
I'm more protective. I'm going to be more gentle around you. I'm going to use different vernacular that I would my friends. I'm be more sensitive to the way that you're taking in the information, all of that.
But I'm also not going to crush someone if they fuck it up. I'm also not going to judge someone if someone had been like, damn, Gazan's looking thick. I'm not like, oh, holy fuck. I don't, it's on them. It's like,
you just gave 3 young girls an eating disorder now.
Yeah. I don't like
no, not
Gazan did look thick right here. I'm so excited. Look at, here's the shirt. That's pretty bad, dude.
Fuck. That's just an iron-on. So they just printed a bunch of Noble shirts and then just tried to like iron whatever the letters and numbers are onto it.
I don't know how shirts work, but that's not supposed to happen. Damn.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh wait, hold on. Men and women are not equal. God made women from men. Men are the protectors of women.
And women are the givers of life. Like you guys have something that we wouldn't exist without you. Like, and I just don't know why this whole like equal thing needs to like happen. Like, I don't think anybody should be treated less than for any reason, but it's just not, it's not the same.
In us not being the same, that's another way to say it. We're not the same doesn't mean that we shouldn't have equal rights.
No, but I'm not talking about
I know
socio-political policy here.
Right. You're talking about biology. You're talking about biology.
I'm talking about biology, I'm talking about human nature, and I'm talking about human interaction, right?
Dude, you are gonna
Thank you for clarifying.
You are gonna absolutely love this. This guy was on the show. I wish I could remember his name. I got to have him back on. This guy keeps getting younger and younger. This is a little long, but I'm telling you, this is worth it. You guys are going to absolutely love this. Here we go.
The most powerful banker in the world just died. And when you study his family, it becomes clear why people can't afford homes and college. The story goes back to the 1700s and a banker named Mayer Rothschild. And he made an amazing discovery that there was more wealth lending money to governments than individual people. And to stay with me, because this will explain why Gen Z can't afford anything. Rothschild would have 5 sons who he would send to 5 different countries across Europe to start central banks: Germany, Austria, England, Italy, and France. And by the early 1800s, the Rothschild family was funding both sides of the Napoleonic Wars, which was the real World War I. And funding both sides of wars would become part of the business model. Well, Napoleon would be defeated at the Battle of Waterloo, and the Rothschilds had gotten the news before everyone else. They knew that England won the war. Well, they start selling off all their English war bonds, and they make sure everyone could see them do it. And when everyone saw the Rothschilds selling their bonds, they started to sell theirs. They assumed that the Rothschilds had information that England was going to lose the war. And when everyone started selling their war bonds, the Rothschilds bought them back for pennies on the dollar. And later that week, when everyone else found that England won the war, the Rothschilds basically owned the country. And as Nathan Rothschild said, "Give me control of a nation's money supply, and I care not who makes its laws." The business model had become to get governments and people into debt. And when the Rothschilds saw a young America, they saw opportunity. And in 1816, they found their way into American central banking with the Second Bank of the United States. And your money would be worth even less today if Andrew Jackson hadn't come along and saved the country. He started what are known as the bank wars. He balanced the budget, paid off America's debt, and ended the charter of the Second Bank of the United States. And although an assassin was sent after Jackson, he would miss both shots, and Jackson would proceed to beat him with a cane. And that's why Jackson is on the $20 bill. They're mocking him, and they're mocking you and me. But 77 years later, the Rothschilds would take control of the American banking system with the passage of the Federal Reserve Act. That's what this book is about. It gave a small group of powerful bankers a monopoly over the printing of the American dollar. And for every dollar they print, they're paid back at interest. This is why the 16th Amendment was passed that same year, 1913. It established the federal income tax for the first time in American history. When they print this money, they get paid back at interest with our tax dollars.
That's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what you know what's interesting too? The Rothschilds, that original guy, I wish I could remember the city it was. It's some European city. But the Jews weren't allowed to live in the city. Imagine now today if you were like, hey, blacks can't live in this city. Mexicans can't live in this city. So the Jews weren't allowed to live in the city. They were just they were considered lesser people. God, I wish I could remember if it was somewhere in Hungary. Budapest, maybe it was Budapest. Maybe it was Budapest. And the Jews weren't allowed to live in the city, so they were put outside the city walls. That's where they had to stay. And inside the city walls, there was no money lending allowed. And so the Jews were almost forced to go into that business because it was a business that could be done outside the city walls.
Mm.
And that's how the Rothschilds got into lending money. Because they were the oppressed, they were put outside the city walls. and they overcame because there were laws that were inside the city walls that didn't apply outside the city walls, and they became money lenders.
And they took advantage of it. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
But it's so bad to be oppressed. It's fucking amazing, right?
Yeah.
And the Jews are really a resilient fucking people.
People are just resilient in general. Unless you take that power away from them and you want to continue to limit their limitations.
Hey, so the implications, I don't even know if what he said is true, but the implications, man. Man, the implications are gnarly. Get land and hold on to it.
Well, it's kind of like what you were saying, the analogy you always use about the stoplight, right? Red means stop because we all agree it means stop.
Right.
The bigger, more powerful constraint there is money is valuable because we all agree it's valuable.
Right. But we need that for a functioning civilization, don't we?
You need a mean of exchange, yeah, but it doesn't need to funnel like in the same larger system that it is now.
Okay. I do like the fact that though we can see it, like the fact that, like I heard Trump say the other day, he will not allow digital currency in the United States. Like I do not want it so the government can see every single fucking action and control shit, because they'll just turn off our money to control us.
How is that different than right now?
I don't know. I got a big old stack of cash under the mattress
until it
runs out. What is there a solution to that, or there's some things we just have to be able to agree on for functioning civilization?
I mean, I think that there's some things that yes, you're going to have to agree on, but I also think that there's ways to set things up to make sure that there's checks and balances, like used to be with our government here.
On the flip side of this, check this out. This is interesting. This guy poses as a black and white thing, but I think that there's a way bigger picture here. Check this out.
Our problem is not remotely racism. Our problem is freedom. If you look at most of what we do, and you understand it's driven by this anxiety. Look at what happened the moment they passed the '64 Civil Rights Bill. Within months, Stokely Carmichael was screaming, "Black power." The idea that your identity is your power. We just had won a civil rights revolution saying, no, we're citizens of a democracy. We have freedom. That's our power. We didn't have faith in that. It scared the hell out of us. So right away, we grab identity and we make a big deal about being black. And being black is, my hair was out to here. My father would say, what's the word identity? What's that? Why can't you just be a citizen? Well, we black people have begun to use race to hide out from the challenges of freedom. Our problem.
He's not talking about black people. He's talking about all people.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about that's a huge distinction between the left and the right. The left does not want to be free. They're terrified of freedom.
Yeah.
They're absolutely terrified of freedom. They want to be taken care of. Don't forget also the South truly believed that the North was wrong, because that if you set the blacks free, they would die. And the South had like, hey, we have to take care of them. They can't live on their own. They'll die. They really fucking believed that. And they thought the North was abusive. They not only thought that the blacks had to be taken care of, they thought all farmers had to be taken care of. They thought even the northern farmers were too stupid to take care of themselves, regardless of color.
Crazy. Not much has changed, huh?
No. Hasn't changed at all.
At all.
It hasn't changed at all.
Yep. And the crazy part is like, in order to have more freedom, you have to be willing to sacrifice your security. You can't have both.
Right.
And so many people want both. They want to feel.
What's an example of that?
An entrepreneur, somebody who's going to step out and start their own business versus somebody who's just going to go work be a clog in a corporate machine.
Right.
You hate your job. You can't stand, the alarm goes off. Fuck, I got to deal with this 9 to 5. I'm going to go in there. Hopefully there'll be some cool people that I'll talk to today, but this job sucks. I just can't wait for the weekend. And then someone comes up and they go, hey, what would you really want to do? I really just want to write children's books. It's been a hobby and a passion of mine for forever. Like, hey, why don't you start to do that? I can't. I don't know. What if I got to.
Dude, that's Cooper's story. Chris Cooper told me that his parents were teachers. They now, are retired in Florida. He lives in Canada, and they wanted him to be a teacher so that you could have a 401k and retire.
That's
and
right.
he wanted to be an entrepreneur.
And most people are like that. I've had conversations with people at the gym, and like especially when I first started, and they would see me there really late at night. Like they were leaving to the last class, and I just started getting ready, putting stuff up, and I knew I'd be in at 5:30 in the morning. And somebody like, man, this is so much. Like, aren't you like, what if it doesn't work out? I'm like, yeah, what if it doesn't work out? Like, well, I could never do that. I couldn't even sleep tonight. Like, how do you like? Are you going to pay the bills next month? And are this or that, or what are you going to do for retirement? And don't you want to get a house someday? Are you going to be able to make enough to get a house? And it's like, so people just start swirling with that, and then to calm that down, to give them certainty, to give them security, they're just going to go sacrifice their freedom to a certain degree by getting involved in a career that maybe doesn't really fire them up, it isn't passion, isn't fulfilling them at all, but they just want to satisfy the certainty and security of what they need in life. And in return, they give up quite a bit of their freedom and their ability to do,
which is basically almost all government jobs.
Yeah, 100%. Because once you're locked into a government job, like shit, I don't even know if they'd ever fire you at this point. You get away with murder.
Oh, dude, I saw something absolutely bizarre. Look at this. You're going to be like, no, Sevon, it's been like that for a long time. Look at this. CrossFit has a page where they hire people. What is this called? What's a page? Do these pages have names? I think they do.
Like
they have
job opportunities, career.
Yeah, that.
Like
that job opportunities.
Okay.
First of all, I say this with peace and love and zero humility. There is no one who's ever been better at making educational content for CrossFit than me, and there never will be. And I swear to that. I don't think there's anyone besides maybe Greg who's Greg's obviously made the most potent stuff. He wrote the fucking actual curriculum, but the regurgitation of it and the spreading of it, no one's ever done it better than me, more of it than me, and there never will be, not in this lifetime. I take my fair share of the responsibility for spreading the message worldwide on the internet and being the first one to do it with the support of Greg Glassman, his message. So it's crazy to me to just think that there's a job opening for this. I wonder if they're going to send the person to interview with me. This is fucking hilarious. But anyway, listen, someone sent me this. The position is CrossFit's looking to hire an experienced head of EDU content. You will build and lead a world-class content team responsible for setting the fitness industry gold standard for high-quality written video educational content. You will not set the gold standard. I'd done that, and there's no reaching it. I'm the Tia Toomey of making CrossFit content while I was at CrossFit. I would argue that maybe there's people who do it better than me with the resources or what they're doing now, but not at that time. No, and there never will be. So, but I want you to see this. I'm going to scroll down here, and it says what we offer. This is a bullet point. Listen, look at. Let me see if I can make this bigger.
Nice.
Unlimited mad computer skills.
Yeah, that was
unlimited paid time off. Empowering you to unplug whenever and however you need to.
I mean, that's what we offer here at the Sevon podcast. So I
don't. I read this to one of my friends, and I'm not even sucking myself off. I'm telling you, dude. I'm not even sucking myself off. I mean, I know it seems like that. If I did it on accident, I'm sorry. Like if I grazed my lips, but dude, I was there from 300 gyms to 15,000 gyms, and there were some incredible workers there, but I had every position and I fucking ruled. It just is what it is. But this is crazy. How can that be? Unlimited paid time off? I don't understand how that.
You know what that is, right? That whole thing.
I don't know what that is. I almost want to call Don and ask him what that is. I don't know what that. I don't understand. That's like when people tell me, like, my friends are applying for jobs now and they're like, hey, they want to know on the application what my stance is, how I've participated in DEI. I'm like, what?
You don't think
How
that's
you've
the
been
next layer of questions here?
down here?
No, just after you hit apply and they had sent it to you.
But how could a job I don't understand this. That's not a job. Unlimited paid time off? like, dude.
So if you get hired, can you just start your paid time off right then and not do shit?
I seriously don't understand that. Is there a nuance there? Have you ever seen that? One of my friends who I showed this to is like, hey, I have that at my job.
And how do they utilize it? Did you ask them how they utilized it? Or
No,
how it
I was
works?
scared. I got scared.
Oh.
Because I started thinking, like, what if I needed, like, what if the kids who worked, like, what if the people, my kids all work with entrepreneurs, right? Every single person that they work with, it's their own business.
Yeah.
And if I don't bring them, they're mad at me. And I like that.
Right.
What if they could just be like, nah, I ain't teaching your kid to skate today. Nah, I'm not doing your lit class for your kid today.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's the unlimited paid time off is interesting because I mean, it reminds me a little bit about like the Netflix culture book a while back, like the no rules rule. Like that was like what they had. And basically they were like, look, no one's going to watch over you. You're not going to have some direct report breathing down your neck. If you want to go take a vacation to wherever for however long, you go do it, as long as all of these things are met and you're available, right? So the weird thing is there, because now all of a sudden I know what you're going to say, well, dude, that's not paid time off. You're just on call. Like you're still working to some degree, right? Because you still have to make those deadlines. So I just think it's interesting wording there to make it sound attractive, but it's literally that's impossible. You can't have unlimited pay time off of a job because what if I decide to take 2 months off? Like, can you not fire me? And then if they say, no, you can, you just have to get all your stuff done, then that's not unlimited paid time off. That's just the freedom to
listen to this line, empowering you to unplug. Empowering. So that's like up to you, right? Empowering to unplug. That means like, I'm not arguing with you because what you said makes sense.
Yeah.
But unplug means that like you turned your phone off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you went to the Seychelles and are just fucking chilling.
Right. That's why I'm saying like the math ain't math in here, dude.
Whenever and however you need. This can't be true. This is just lying to you. It can't even be whenever and however. So are you telling me that Dave could have been like 24.1 is?
I'm on vacation, guys.
I'm going to hang with Rosa. Look what the cat drug in. Katie Gannon, what's up, girl? Long time.
Hi, Katie.
Sarah Cox, you get unlimited days off until you don't do your job properly.
And then you get more unlimited days off without pay.
Hey, dude, how shitty and unfulfilling is your job if you can take unlimited days off?
Well, what type of person are you tracking too?
Think about the implications of that.
Yeah.
I never wanted to take a day off. I never want to take a day off. And I'm judging you if you do. Sarah Cox goes to Hawaii. She's like, I'm taking a week off to go to Hawaii. She can't stop fucking working. She goes to Hawaii and just works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. That second line throws it off.
Because it's your life. It's your life. Figure out how to make it fucking awesome. Always. Chinese Barun. So 7 wasn't fired. He's just taking his unlimited time off. Oh my God.
Hey, are you gonna apply?
No.
Why not?
There's some weird shit in here too. Listen to this. I mean, I don't even care about it, but
okay.
They're an equal opportunity employer that applicants will receive consideration for employment without regard to, and look at this, gender identity or gender expression. Listen, I swear to fucking God, if you express any gender around me, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to be anyone who expresses any, like, I'm not interested. Get back to fucking work.
You can't say that. I'm on my break.
Get the fuck. What? Why are you wasting your time doing gender expression? Just get dressed and come to work. And your clothes can be too small. I don't care. Gender expression. Holy fuck, dude. Apply with LinkedIn.
Oh wow, fancy.
I want to make a joke.
Do you want me to fill out the application?
I want to make a joke LinkedIn account. I want my LinkedIn. I wish I could. I need to pay someone to do my LinkedIn account. I want it to be funny as fuck. Oh, demographic survey. Oh shit! And they do ask for this stuff. They can ask your fucking ethnicity on your fucking job application.
Wait, hold on.
How long has it been since I had a fucking job? I worked at McDonald's for a day.
Dude.
I can't even believe they can ask you your fucking ethnicity.
Wait, did you just see what happened right there?
What?
In the line that you read right there, it says that it doesn't care about, and then it lists like the 50 things it doesn't care about.
Yeah.
But then you scroll down, and immediately on the application, they ask you all those questions that they just said that you don't care, that they don't care about. So if you truly don't care,
you'll receive consideration for employment without regard to race, color, sex, religion, national origin, age, pregnancy. Listen, fuck. Don't apply for a job if you're pregnant either. The fuck are you doing? This fucking chick applied for a job at CrossFit, didn't tell us she was pregnant, and immediately fucking then got us and fucking took us for $100,000. Sexual orientation, gender identity, and she was from over the hill. She was from tech. I knew not to hire her. Fucking Leaf did that.
Leaf.
Okay, keep going with that. That's crazy. So they're just, so it doesn't, so they're just
all of it down there.
So the age,
yep,
your ethnicity, your sex,
if
your
you're
fucking
veteran,
oh
if you're
my
disabled,
God.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. And so that's what remember a while back.
I'm taking in information from you, but it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it don't matter. But we need it. But we need your information.
I have a huge cock that could offend the women and men when they see it through my clothes.
Damn, dude.
I'm embarrassed for. The thing is this is probably just normal.
Oh, for sure. That's probably like an outsourced thing that they used, like even a recruitment company that probably like bolted onto their thing and did their stuff, right?
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy. In the same, you scroll past it, it tells you that they'll do it without consideration of, but then has you answer every question that they said that they weren't going to take into consideration.
I'm not going to judge you. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. So when's the first time you did drugs? You ever kissed a boy? But I'm not. I just small talk.
Hey, if you were looking for somebody that was qualified for a job, wouldn't the main concern just be the qualifications of them being competent in the skills and tasks required of the job?
But just so you know, even that, like, yes, but even that, like, look at. So I suck at all these things. Accounts for delivering against the strategic roadmap and calendar for all educational content. I can do that. Responsible for build high functioning.
You could do that.
Manage relationships. Establish. Demonstrate expert writing skills. I don't have that. Expert level knowledge of CrossFit training methodology. I mean, I don't have expert, but I'm a 1%. I'm better than 99% of people who work there. Experience working in content management. I mean, because I've been around experts. My best friend is the expert. Experience working in content management related field. Excellent business acumen. Nope, I don't have that. Provide ability to work against aggressive revenue and timeline targets. Self-motivated. Let me go back here. They say they're going to build a team they're not building shit. And it's not going to be the gold standard because I am the gold standard. Self-motivated, highly collaborative, hardworking. Okay, I can do that. I guess I can do more of this than I thought. Bachelor's degree or higher education, literature, writing, instruction, design, or health, nutrition, sport. Nope, I don't have that. 5+ years of content strategist and project management experience. I guess I have that. I'm not CFL2 or higher. I'm not that. I don't know what PMP is. Does that mean I can do mouth to mouth?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what that is either, to be honest.
Man.
So
I can't even use Photoshop really so good anymore.
Should we apply or
we still care about 4-year degrees? Lame. I know. I agree.
They don't. They just want to put it in the application. And if they do, they don't care about quality work then.
Hey guys, last night I started a Portuguese channel, YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's cool.
We're going to figure out how to start using AI to dub the shows over in Portuguese. And then Spanish.
Portuguese.
You guys want to see it? It's pretty funny.
We got some wise words from Mr. Mertens here.
What do you say? Oh, wake up, work hard, fuck the rest. Wake up, work hard, fuck the rest. Yeah. I wake up, fuck hard, rest.
Everybody has their interpretations. Project management certification. That's what the PMP is. Thanks, Dusty.
I don't have that. Here's the Portuguese.
Are you looking for the channel?
Yeah, I found it. Okay, here we go.
Will we be the cross?
I haven't checked this yet. I did my interview with Dave.
Awesome.
Here we go.
O que saber. Se conseguires que o Dave te dê alguma coisa, há diretor executivo que tenho visto há muito tempo, right ones que se iluminam, sabe?
Sounds about right to me.
Perfect.
How am I supposed to even know if it did a good dub?
Eu vejo, esqueci-me qual era, mas eu sou diretor executivo.
Oh, even the caller.
This is a caller.
Portuguese.
Amazing.
Katie, damn, that's actually smart. Oh, you wait, Katie.
Kind of resent that. That's actually smart.
I know. You
resent
just
that.
wait. Wouldn't that be weird if I got the ear of the world outside of the United States?
We'd like to refer to those as emerging markets on here at
right.
HQ.
Thank you. That's why
we're executing against our strategic content plan in emerging markets.
Here's the thing. Right now, I'm exporting all the behind the scenes. I'm gonna start if anyone wants to be a sponsor of this thing is fucking expensive. It's $1 a minute.
Yeah.
So like a show like this, we're already at $100 to translate the show. But if you know someone who has an international business, Reebok, dude, holy crap. I'm telling you.
We're about to be worldwide.
Yeah. Has 4 views already.
Dope.
I think they're all from me.
Checking our translation to a language we don't speak.
Right.
Should do
Gabe Espy, what's that CF position for? Media makes sense after getting fucking owned by Born Primitive. Open announcement. Easily the best CF entertainment I've ever watched. Thanks. Here's the thing. They need doers. They do, and doers, a lot of doers, it has nothing to do with any of the questions they're asking. Like, you have to find doers. And there's not a lot there. Well, I don't know. I guess there are a lot of doers, but they're not management. And you saw the word management in there. They just need doers. Listen, Dave could run the media team too. They should just fire everyone over there and just put one person in charge, and everyone below them actually has to own a camera and know how to edit. And then the ship will get up and going. That's the way it started in the beginning. So they got a million views on their open announcement already. We have 14,000.
Getting there.
But I'm so proud of the comments. I'm ecstatic. It's pretty fucking cool. What's this? Man, I am falling apart. Oh, the UFC's tonight. Can't wait to watch that.
Wait,
more on say it again.
I said, don't we have a show as well?
Oh yeah, guys! Holy shit! Okay, I'll show you something. We got some footage. Yeah, we're doing a show tonight. Underdogs Athletics. I think we may even have Ricky Garrard and Gazan.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe what's the girl's name? Grace Walton, Van Ziel, some guy named Zane. I think that there's a chance of that. It's being organized by Heat One app. Listen to this real quick, and then we'll go back to fun shit. Here we go.
School choice is tremendously popular in the Black community, particularly among low-income Blacks. Obama becomes president of the United States and spends 8 years trying to shut down a school voucher program in his own backyard in Washington, D.C. Why? Why? The first Black president could enhance this program that he knows, poll after poll shows, is popular in the Black community. The reason is that Barack Obama is no longer another Black person. He's now a Black president. He wants to be reelected. He has to indulge these special interests, one of whom are teachers unions who oppose school choice because many of these schools aren't unionized and don't use union labor. So Obama has a choice. Am I going to side with my political benefactors, or am I going to side with this Black constituency that helped put me in office? He made his choice. He sided with the teachers unions. As you know, school choice was tremendously popular in the Black community.
It's not that it was just popular. All the kids were getting better education. Everywhere that they had it, the kids were getting better education and having higher scores across. I mean, it was undeniable.
Yeah, but they don't actually the government doesn't actually want to provide help.
Just wants to get elected.
And just wants to get elected, and then we'll just keep the status quo for everybody else that's in power.
Oh wait, what am I? I'm trying to switch accounts again. We have too many YouTube accounts now. Switch account to the 7 podcast. Okay. No, look at your video. I'm going to show you this footage. I think Patrick Rios already started editing the clips for tonight. Oh yeah, here. I see. Oh yeah, so these are the underdog guys. Let's look at. We're going to get to watch the underdog guys go live. Well, not live, but they did it already. Ricky Mack, Zane Healy, Gracie Walton or Grace Walton?
I guess it's Gracie. Yeah, I thought it was
Gracie now.
Sure.
And Caitlin Van Ziel.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, awesome. No one can see the URL on that. Don't steal that. So tonight, and I think we're gonna send them links, and those dudes are gonna come on. Yeah. So we have another show. CrossFit Open, Underdogs Athletics. That's Justin Kotler. What's the other guy's name? Who the coach over there? Big blonde haired dude.
Kiefer.
And he's dating Caitlin and Caitlin Van Ziel. Was she on the show? She was on the show. Who's the girl? Who's the girl who's dating Kiefer who was on the show? Someone's
Kira?
gonna know. Kira Milligan? No.
Yeah.
No.
Kyra Milligan.
Kyra?
Yeah.
All right.
Right? Somebody in the comments help us out.
Kyra.
Yeah. There we go.
How come she's not in this video? Well, answers to those questions and more on tonight's riveting show.
Yeah, that was so good. This little curly cube got messed up and it's bugging the shit out of me.
I have that too.
Bless you.
I play with mine.
I didn't really play with mine.
Do you think the workout could have made me sicker? Like I was recovering and then
could be. You just kind of had a little breakdown of the immune system there after that workout.
Is CrossFit dangerous? Did CrossFit make me sick?
I think so. Did you wear your mask when you did the workout?
Yes. Always.
Okay. Well,
okay. Wow. The fight started at 10:30 this morning.
Oh, okay.
And it's a good card if you're If you're a fight fan, ooh, I'm about to sneeze away here. Let me see. I've never been into like, you know how some guys are into girls like kissing and stuff, and like I was never into that. Like you know what I mean? Like you'll be like the guys in high school be like kiss or shit like that. Never into that stuff. It did nothing for me. But the algorithm picked this for me. I'm like, why did the algorithm pick this for me? I'm not even into this.
Hi. Oh my God! Sorry. Sorry. We just kissed on camera, and I like that. Oh my gosh, that was great.
At the end of the day, Ronnie, I am a man who's gay. You like niggas, get that to your head.
Hi. Oh, what was that last part? Sorry. We just kissed on camera, and I like that. Oh my gosh, that was great.
At the end of the day, Ronnie, I am a man who's gay. You like niggas, get that to your head.
I don't know why I like that clip. That's so funny.
Oh man.
At the end of the day, Susan, you just like men.
What can I say?
But you're not going to be judged for that if you apply for a job at CrossFit.
Right after you tell us.
I want you to know. Now, by the way, do you like men? Doesn't matter
We
to
don't
me
care at all.
Doesn't
You
matter
don't-
to me at all. But I just
you?
let me know. Let me know. Hey, no one even looks at that stuff. That's just copy and paste. There's no one who cares. It's just people in HR just like, fuck, I can't wait to eat my next bag of Cheerios, go home and sit on the couch and not blow my husband again. Right? I mean, that's that job. I just copy and paste. I just went over to like I have some resources and I just send it over to the IT team, the fucking job application, and it's just like this is the most according to Harvard's DEI Council, this is the most accepted job application. Yeah, application. It's the industry standard.
Industry standard.
I'm not into any hot shit. I'm not Sleeky. This isn't hot lesbian stuff. I'm not into any hot lesbian stuff. I want a chick with hair under her armpits.
Hot
I'm not into anything hot. Lingerie. Lingerie is so stupid. From a kid, I thought it was stupid. Stupid lingerie. What a waste. I think it would be hotter just like if you just put a towel over your head and cut a hole in it, and I just knew you were naked underneath. Simple. I'm a simple man. Hey, you got to follow that up. That has to be 3 jokes. One joke, it's like fucking so 1980s.
Yeah.
Then she follows it up with what the fuck, and then it's the mating call. The Kardashians brings it home, right?
That's the punchline. Yep.
A great
All of
joke's
it was
only
set up.
told after a good joke.
Yep.
I didn't make that up. I think
And
Chaplin said
and
that.
like the best comedians too will set it up at the beginning of their show like that, and then they'll usually circle back around and have like a big punchline from a setup they use at the beginning of the show, like a reference later.
Yeah.
Like all the great comedians do that, and they do it really well, right? Like so they'll set it up, do a ton of
Chappelle.
jokes, and then circle back around. Yep, Dave Chappelle. It's incredible. Closes the loop on the storyline, you know,
I thought that chick was hot.
because she was on stage with a microphone, or because
That's so funny you say that. I'm not sure.
mm-hmm.
Maybe. It looked like she used Matoothian.
Most likely a Matoothian user.
Dude, her teeth were I could see the Matoothian. How about this? No surprise here. I met this piece of shit with the Greg once. California State Senator Scott Wiener, complete douche, has proposed a bill, part of the Safer California Streets package, that aims to electronically limit the speed of certain new vehicles to no more than 10 miles over the posted speed limit.
Makes sense.
The system would prevent drivers from exceeding 80 miles per hour in California. Dude, that's fucking insane.
Hey, that's not even like, that's just the start.
Oh, good to know. Emergency vehicles would be exempt from the speed limiter. Hey, dude, no one will buy cars in California anymore if they do that. No one with a brain. What do you mean? What just to start? You mean when they make all cars electric and they can just turn that shit off?
Yeah. What was the thing Greg was telling us about the driverless Ubers?
Oh yeah, the Wayfair. Yeah,
dude, that is gonna be the future. It makes no sense to own a car when you can do a car share. Because like think about our cars right now, they're just sitting there doing nothing. Like technically they could be out, and then you just pressed it when you need it. And if there was just every car was at your disposal, you would have one within seconds.
There it is. No driver.
No driver, no ownership of the car. Then who owns the car? And then we've taken away our freedom to go far distances. Yes, you're right.
Sevy, you trying to take a run at stand-up? Yeah. As soon as I'm over this cold, I'm going to have a Netflix special. Thank you for asking.
We could do some improv in the city.
Gonna
go down there and film it.
No, I'm a tooth powder baron. My shipment of Matoothian is shipping now. You're stoked. You're gonna be stoked. Everyone's stoked. Listen, by the way, you take your toothbrush. Hold on a second. You take your toothbrush, you run it under the water, you bang it out on the side of the sink so that the bristles knock the excess water off into the sink. You open your little can of Matoothian, your little jar, and then you gently put the tip in, rest the tip like the bristles on it. You don't swath the whole thing. It's just a little bit of dirt.
Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit of the dirt, handful of dirt I put in your jar. and then you brush. Just the tip, yes. Not, less than the tip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, promise.
Something that would make a Mormon proud. Less than the tip. Oh, started using my Matoothian yesterday. The lid is not hard to take off. Get stronger. It's not that it's hard to take off. I don't like that it's jiggly like that. But you know what's crazy? I said that on the show, and then I went into the house, and my Avi came up to me. He's like, "Oh man, I really like our new toothpaste." I go, "Tooth powder?" He goes, "Yeah, I really like our new tooth powder." He goes, "The jar and the lid are awesome." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "You like it?" And he goes, "Yeah." So all of a sudden, like I was influenced. I was like, "Okay, cool, fine. The lid's great, fine." It's like a child safety lid or something. Maybe it's like that because it needs to seal so that moisture can't get in. I don't know.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
It does?
Yeah. The moisture got in there and fucked the whole thing.
Yeah, turn your dirt into mud.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's got to be tight.
There's a great joke in there, I think, somewhere. I don't know if I played this already, but if you haven't bought a cell phone for your kid, make sure you run out and get one for them now, so that everyone can have access to your child.
Another young teenager has died after being sextorted on Snapchat. A man in Nigeria signed up for Snapchat pretending to be a young girl. He started chatting with a 14-year-old boy in Canada, then convinced him to send nude images. The man then demanded gift cards from the boy, or the images would be shared online. The boy was not able to pay, and the fear of the images being shared with his family and friends was too much, and he killed himself. This entire interaction was just minutes long. Police were able to track down the 26-year-old man in Nigeria, and he is facing several charges. But if you haven't heard of sextortion before, it's
please, they didn't track shit down.
Time to get familiar, especially if you have a son. Thousands of teenage boys are getting targeted with sextortion schemes, like the one I just shared, and the suicide rates are rising. Talk to your kids about this and keep them off of sites where kids are getting targeted, like Snapchat. Another young teenager.
I wish I could show. I saw this movie the other day on I don't know what the service was. It wasn't Beekeeper, but it was. Do you remember the Wire with Stringer Bell?
No,
Anyway, there's this famous actor, this tall black dude. He's British. In The Wire, he spoke in an American accent. He's fucking amazing. I can't remember his name. Idris or something. Stunning looking black dude, tall. Anyway, and he's in this movie, and the premise of the movie is there's this guy who has access to, this really rich guy has access to every single person's computer and phone and iPad, and he sees what you do on it, and then he collects that data and then uses it to extort people to do stuff to them. And then he brings them together. Idris Elba. This movie, by the way, I am not recommend this movie. This movie is the most disgusting movie ever. I can't imagine watching this movie with like my mom. But this guy collects people, extorts people, and then kidnaps them, and then does online murders of them. So then he runs these events. They're called Red Room events, and you can tell, and there'll be someone chained in the room, and then you say what you want done to them. It's fucking.
Whoa.
Yeah. I almost turned it off. I was getting really close to turning it off. I was like, oh, I'm not digging this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's supposed to be the next James Bond? Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, I was hating Bond because I thought they were doing a black guy for DEI, but I'll take that dude. I'll take that dude. That dude's cool. Okay. He better get juiced up though. I like a Bond. I want to see a nice body. I like my Bond to be like
Athletic.
Yeah, I want to see him with his shirt off and shit.
For anything.
But I started thinking about like any of the porn I watched, and I started thinking, like, I was like, wow. So if you want to be safe, you should like watch like midget black girl, fat black girl midget porn. And then you're checking all the boxes for DEI. You know what I mean? So if someone called me and they were like, hey, Sevy, we're going to show the world the porn you watch, I'd be like, go for it. I'm inclusive as a motherfucker. You know,
hired back at CrossFit instantly.
But I really am. Like, I don't even do like when Sleeky was saying hot lesbian porn. I don't ever do any polished porn. I don't ever do any of like hot chicks. I just need like 15 seconds of amateur porn. It's like some fat black chick and some white guy in the back of a car in Alabama, and I'm like, I'm good. Like I don't do anything that's like remotely out. You know why I think I do that too? Because I'm staying in my lane. I'm not gonna have like 7. I'm not gonna be in a room with 12 black guys banging some white chick who's like so hot, the hottest white chick I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? I'm just not. I can't even like. I'm just not. I'm never gonna have just those. I'm not gonna. Yeah. So I just look at some random chick on porn. I'm like, yeah, I could probably. If you were drunk enough, you'd fuck me. And I'm like, all right.
In the back of a car in Alabama.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't care. I don't even care what your body looks like. If you have a vagina, I'm not even. So not. I wish everyone's porn could come out so everyone could see what I've watched. It's so boring. I'm so like, people are gonna be like, really? If you're gonna watch, you've taken that, really? Like, yeah.
Look, you didn't even press play. You just watched the preview.
I mean, the guy drops the camera. It's all on an iPhone. Like, you know, you're a ghetto when you watch vertical porn. You know what I mean? Like, I'll click the ones that are verticals. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't even make the picture the full size of your phone. And I'm just like
low res at the bottom just to bring back your childhood of scrambled HBO porn.
I don't watch any anal porn or like. There's nothing. Just. Yeah, benign porn. Yeah, I just watch benign porn if I watch any porn.
Oh my goodness.
So I was just thinking because the movie, the guy was extorting people for the shit they watch. I'm like, God, but please, did someone do that to me? I want. What a great fucking Yeah, I've watched midget porn. I don't even care if it scrolls by. Whatever
strikes his curiosity.
I just think that there's just porn I don't deserve to watch. I'm just like, hey, that's not rolling into my life. I'm not ever gonna fuck the Charlie's Angels in the back of a Bentley. It's not. I'm not doing that. So I'm not watching that.
The back of a Sprinter van.
I'm keeping it in my I'm keeping it in my wheelhouse. Oh shit! I gotta.
You gotta go.
I gotta take kids to tennis. Although is it raining at your house right now?
Nope. I mean, it's definitely like dark clouds and looks like it's coming in, but no rain.
All right. Yeah, Pringle can porn. I love I'll watch it. I like giant penis porn. That's kind of fun.
Relatable for you. Relatable.
Yeah, totally.
I see myself in those ones. What do you want?
I'm like, yeah, I do watch giant penis porn. It's fun watching someone handle that. It's like, wow. All right, guys. Love you. See you tonight. There will be no porn talk tonight. Underdogs Athletics. I'm not sure who we're going to get on. This is brought to you by the Heat One app. And I think I'll have John Young on. We'll see who else we can get. I'll ask Andrew Hiller to come on, see what he's doing.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. Love you guys. Don't watch porn. Do something else instead. Do push-ups. Bye-bye.